Hey guys, it's Sophia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a converted Airstream. So if you don't know what an Airstream is, it was a caravan that was basically popular back in the 60s. They're kind of making a revival lately. A lot of people are enjoying redoing them into proper caravans that run again. A lot of people though are actually converting them into tiny homes, especially in deserts, because they are just giant steel structures. They go really well in desert type builds because they're kind of like a very stark iron metal color, so they really stand out in the landscape, but they also show off the landscape. So I'm going to be showing you how to build one of these today. You want to be making the base of your Airstream the iron block because it is the most similar color to steel. That is what makes up the Airstream. You want to be going 13 blocks long, 3 blocks high, but make it 4 blocks high at first. You then want to be making it 6 blocks wide, but you want to be doing, at the end of your 13 blocks on either end, you want to be going 1 block in and then 1 block in again like I have here, so that way you kind of get a outward end. You then want to go 1 block high above the walls that you have made, and that will make your roof. This is a very easy build to do, but the results are really good, especially when you add to the outdoor detail like I will later, and I'll show you. So now that you have the base structure removed, you want to be removing the bottom block and adding a quartz slab. The reason you're doing this is because Airstreams are caravans. Even if they aren't actually working anymore, they will sit off the ground, so you can't have your Airstream sitting flat on the ground. It will look dilapidated, unless if that's your thing. So we're going to be removing the bottom block and putting a quartz slab to give it a floating look. The reason we're using quartz is because it is the closest color to steel. It's quite a neutral color, and like from a distance you can't even notice that there's a quartz block there. It just looks like you have a floating steel slab thing. So to make this a converted build, all we're going to do simply is just remove the front kind of section of the build and make a big glass window / door. This door and window will also act as our front door to our house, because normally caravans are quite closed off. They've got the one little entry, but we're going to make it really open because we're making this a house. So the way we're converting it is by adding this big window. For windows you're doing in the walls like I've shown, you want to be doing the panes because they add more detail, and just put a white carpet on top if it cuts through the metal at the top. But when you're doing roof ones or ones right at the end of the Airstream like I did, you want to be making sure you're using blocks, because if you do panes in that gap there, it's gonna be really like, you're gonna have those gaps that you have with glass panes, so blocks are gonna be your best bet. You can't put carpet over the top because these are meant to be like skylights, so I would be using blocks, not panes. So now that we're done that, we're going to start adding some detail. The first one we're adding is right at the end of the build here. We're kind of making like the power, water supply kind of thing for your build. Very simple, quartz blocks, grey carpet on block, iron rod, done. You then want to add some stone slabs under your windows there, because you want to kind of make it look like the railing that the glass window and doors would slide across. And it also splits it up from the quartz slab that you have going around your build. It's just another detail block that you can add. Another couple of things that we are going to add is I'm going to be adding some tires, because they were working caravans. So I'm going to be adding tires here and some overhang for your tires for more detail. A couple of stone buttons here and there, and we're going to be adding some iron trapdoors on top for more detail as well. And the last main detail we're going to be adding to the Airstream for the outdoor of the Airstream structure itself, right at the end here, we're going to be placing some anvils. The reason being is because they look like the stilts that caravans normally sit on when they set themselves up. And because this is a permanent home, you will be wanting your caravan to be sitting on stilts. There won't be a car or something like that that can support it upright. I'm just going to be skipping past my interior details because they are going to be very easy. It will literally be something where you can just freeze and look at the camera and you'll know the whole interior. I'll also just save time on my video, but I will go back and show you in detail my interiors. So we're going to be focusing on the outside here because because this is a very simple build, like it's all a steel, you don't have a lot of color detail. You want to be kind of adding your color to your exteriors, and it'll also make it feel more like a home. Every home has an outdoor area, big or small, so we're going to be making ours here, especially because if you're building this in some place like a desert, it will have a very big outdoor area to enjoy the environment that it's in, so you just want to be replicating that in Minecraft as well. For the deck, I've simply used oak blocks, and then around the edges I've done slabs to make it look like a floating deck. I'm also adding a second deck that is a level lower for a kind of modern look to update the Airstream as well, as you can see there. So I think this is already looking really nice, but now we're going to add a artistic-y kind of looking shade detail. Very simple to do. Fence blocks, 3 goes high, and you'll also do it at the other ends as well. You then just want to completely fill in the shade cover area with oak trapdoors. This can be a little bit tedious because you got to hold shift and click, otherwise you just open the trapdoors. You just want to go the whole way across, but I think it's a really cool little detail and it makes a really cool shade area. But there we go, now that's done, and I think it's a really cool little addition. We're going to start adding some kind of like outdoor entertaining areas to our build now. So this is where we're going to add in the color and the outdoor comfort. So I'm grabbing some quartz slabs, the iron, like the trapdoor buttons, like trap buttons, I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. So you just want to be using those buttons. Also, you want to be using a few different color carpets. I'm going with 3 and I'm kind of overlapping them to make it look like the carpets are thrown all on top of each other. I'm then going to be placing randomly in my carpet some quartz slabs and the iron like trap buttons because they kind of look like floor pillows. And then for another quirky detail, I'm going to be adding dark oak chairs over there, dark oak stairs over there for chairs. So the reason I'm going to be doing that is because Airstreams, when they're converted, it's quite a quirky way to be living in real life. So you want to try and replicate that with all your fittings. Think color, very light and airy, very open, lots of windows but spacious, but using all the space that you are using, try and make it multifunctional. You just want to try, that's why I'm using the carpets and being a little bit quirky because this is an Airstream and converted build. I'm also adding some birch leaves around my build just because deserts do have bushes. I think it also integrates the build in a little bit more with the environment. So I'm just going to quickly be 1 second and grab skulls. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to show you another detail that you can add. Something else that's really quite popular in real life at the moment too is hanging lights, whether it's hanging over outdoor entertainment areas at restaurants or at people's houses. People really like to be hanging lights at the moment. So I've simply grabbed a lantern head that's in the schematica that we use on our server. I'm just going to be using a fence post and then hanging lanterns underneath. Not like that though. Hanging lanterns underneath to look like a really cool little outdoor light detail. You could even carry this the whole way over your entertainment area if you don't like the look of the trapdoors. You could make them quite sparse like that. You could put brown carpet on top to make it look like they're hanging from something. You could do the brown carpet with the lights underneath, and then do my idea where I have a plant trailing up over a trellis, but instead trail it through the brown carpet and the lights. Make it a romantic outdoor area. It's completely up to you. But that's another thing that you could add that's quite quirky and quite in right now, like hipster, if you want to add another detail to your Airstream build as well. Or you could add them along there as well, but it will look a little bit weird. So I'm just going to add a couple more heads in here that I grabbed, but you can see my interior is very simple using the space. I've got a shelf up there, my bed, I've got a jukebox, I've got a little desk there, my kitchen. I use for my bathroom door a jungle door because it's kind of like the floating beads that you see for bathrooms, and it's got that very open feeling. But there you go, there is my converted Airstream tiny home. I really hope you enjoy the build. Comment down below and let me know what you would like me to build. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to build this. If you do build it, show me some pictures. But like always guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hi to all my subscribers. It's great seeing how my subscribers are going, and I'm really grateful for all of you who are following me. But yeah, like always guys, thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.